Èkó Akété, ìlú ọgbọ́n.
Lagos, a city of aquatic splendor with an estimated population of 20 million, has evolved over the years across all sectors, especially in the educational sector, where the state has scored many firsts. After the swearing-in of His Excellency Governor Akinwumi Ambode and his assumption into office as the 5th Executive Governor of Lagos State, his deft move to keep the education sector under the supervision of the Deputy Governor, Dr. Mrs. Idiat Oluranti Adebule, has yielded enormous dividend in the last 2 years. This is a true testament of her expertise as an education administrator.
Your appointment and inauguration is a challenge and a call to duty. Your mandate is to ensure that relevant and appropriate measures are put in place. They are also to assist in setting the desired guidelines and pursuing relevant policies that will ensure academic excellence.
Mr. Obafela Bankulimo was also appointed as the special advisor to the governor on education, thus creating an energized team to lead the transformation of the education system of Lagos State.
Your permanent allegiance is to the people of Lagos. Irrespective of creed or color, I expect nothing but excellence in this center of excellence.
Towards making schools' environment conducive for learning, the state government rehabilitated some existing structures, while new classroom structures were constructed and equipped with the state-of-the-art facilities.
We intend to continue to provide schools in those areas that are just developing, and students don't need to travel to get to schools. And of course, the ministry is committed to ensure that all the students in school are catered for, and not only that we did our best to protect them so that they can continue to learn under a conducive atmosphere.
With the educational sector of Lagos State divided into 6 educational districts, manned by tutors general and permanent secretaries for efficient service delivery, the state government has in the last 2 years made giant strides.
Education is being enhanced, the environment is conducive, and you notice that over the past few years, the percentage of those who pass the SSC exams have increased, and this is another step in that direction to making the children learn under conducive environments to produce better students and good citizens of Lagos and indeed Nigeria.
In terms of teaching and learning, our teachers are very dedicated. They meet up with their scheme of works by ensuring that the student actively participates in classes. The teachers also help the students in involving in practical areas, like by inputting teaching aids that the student can easily grab through practical means.
A key priority area for this administration is the adoption of global best practice in the management and governance of the school system through an efficient quality assurance system.
We quality assure all the approved private schools in Lagos State. We quality assure all the public schools in Lagos State. And don't forget, our vision is striving for excellence. How do we make all our schools to be excellent? Believe you me, don't say it cannot happen in Lagos State. It is happening. We are on a journey.
The newly established Office of Education Quality Assurance was strengthened and empowered to monitor performances in the entire education system. The adoption of an organic method which carries along the schools themselves in the measurement of their own performance was quite novel and effective.
Due to the fact that teachers in my school know that anytime quality assurance comes around, that they're going to evaluate and check the things I've done. The teachers in my school are always very, very dedicated because we have competent, dedicated, and well-informed teachers.
The state government, through the Ministry of Education, also partnered with the Chinese government and other private organizations in the area of school infrastructural development.
It is one project of the China-Africa People-to-People Friendship Action. We start to do this since 2013, and every year we will implement 4 or 5 projects like this.
The effort of the government is reflected in the improvement of learning outcomes, particularly as indicated in the progressive improvement of the performance of students in the major public examinations like WAEC and NECO.
I'm not just saying this because I want to massage your ego. But whatever it is in form of praise that we receive in the education industry as administrator, the bulk of the work is done by you, and as such, I must acknowledge your contribution.
Students of public schools have won many prestigious awards in local as well as international competitions in the areas of science and technology.
The state government has invested a lot of funds on infrastructure, especially laboratories, ICT laboratory and science laboratory in our schools. Virtually all the schools in the state have standard laboratory with necessary equipment. And then too, a lot of training. Capacity building for our teachers is ongoing, both at local level and national level. So there's no way Lagos State cannot excel.
It is on record that students of one of the special needs schools represented Nigeria in a global competition in Atlanta, Georgia, USA.
The children have been participating in a Special Olympic. They went to Los Angeles, I think this last year, and the upper year, they went to US for Paralympic. And in Nigeria too, they have been participating in so many games and athletics, and they are making it.
Working with these children, that is not as easy as that, but at least with a lot of passion and perseverance, at least we forge ahead.
Till date, the education system of Lagos State proudly remains the only one in the entire country, with all schools having a robust presence on the internet with an interactive homepage for each school on the internet. The conduct of examinations for pupils transiting from primary schools into public secondary schools has also witnessed enormous transformation. Individualized optical magnetic recognition (OMR) system has been in use long before its adoption by some bigger examination boards in Nigeria. This has ensured transparency and further enhances the integrity of the education system in Lagos State.
We have upgraded our systems to cope with the number of candidates, number of pupils that are taking part in this exam. All these candidates, if we don't want them to converge here, we'll just pick centers for them, and they can do it at different locations at different times at their convenience.
I believe that for nowadays, the children have to know most of the technology, and that's one of the reasons whereby that we are putting on for the CBT.
Not just at this level, even at all other levels, of education, CBT should be encouraged.
With the increased infrastructural development, which translates to more students' enrollment, qualified and result-oriented teachers were employed to bridge the teachers to students ratio, while performance-enhancing trainings and seminars are frequently organized to keep them abreast with the evolving and noble teaching profession.
To whom much is given, much is expected. But if you have not given them anything, you can't expect anything from them. That is why we have decided to train them first.
I want to thank the Lagos State Governor, Mr. Akinwumi Ambode, because he looked at the plight of the schools in Lagos State, and out of magnanimity, he, in collaboration with the Deputy Governor, Dr. Idi Atadebule, they employed new teachers in the state.
Train a child, secure a nation. All Lagos State libraries were redesigned and equipped to international standard. This noble step was to imprint the act of reading culture in the heart of the students across the state.
The library is basically for children to be encouraged, even teachers to be encouraged to go there and do more work on their own. And we want to ensure that these officers working in the library are, on the same page with the modern trends.
The center here gives the average student everything he or she needs to succeed in life, and we hope that they will take advantage of it, and the community will also take advantage of this library and use it very well.
It is something we are so much joyful, we are indebted to. We really congratulate the Lagos State government for this opportunity.
A very big thank you, especially with the students who this is a great advantage to us.
The state government hosted educatelagos.com, a digital library that will provide repository of contents on core subjects from primary to senior secondary schools curriculum. The educational website is the first of its kind in Nigeria.
What we have today is a situation where whatever you need in terms of education has been made digitally available to you. This is indeed very remarkable.
In fact, since it is in the cloud, it is perhaps for everybody in the world to know what is going on in Lagos State.
To make learning even easier for the students, about some textbook you don't have, you can just log into the website, and I'm very grateful to the Governor Ambode for this investment.
Still in the line of empowering students in Lagos State, Governor Akinwumi Ambode-led government unveiled Code Lagos, a computer programming initiative geared towards meeting the ever-increasing demand for technical skills for Lagos.
We want to run Lagos more efficiently. We want technology in the way we run Lagos. For that to happen, His Excellency gave us a clear directive as the Ministry of Education to ensure that we prepare Lagosians for that tech future, which is the future of Lagos. So for us, Code Lagos is a response to that, to ensure that when these opportunities come, as a state, we're ready to take advantage of it. It's a plan to teach 1 million Lagosians how to code over the next 3 years.
The students were the first to key into the cleaner initiative of the Lagos State government, as cleanliness is the watchword for all public schools in the state. As a proactive government who pays premium attention to students, the state implemented the child protection policy towards protecting the lives of children, and it applies to all state government organizations and schools.
It's not enough to have a policy, it's not enough to have a law. You need to implement. And how do you implement? You have a stakeholders meeting and you have trainings for responder agencies. It's important for them to know that there's an executive order and for them to appreciate their roles and responsibilities.
We need to know what the law says about the protection of a child.
But we want to commend Lagos State, which has passed it into law. We have the Lagos State Child Rights Law has been passed into law since 2007.
All hands are on deck to do a lot of advocacy on child protection for our children, and schools are actually getting the awareness now that they have to take necessary precautions to make sure our children feel safe in their different schools, and so it is ongoing.
Security of lives and property remain an integral spectrum of governance in Lagos State. Series of workshops on school security are regularly organized as the schools are safer under the present government, with the deployment of security operatives to schools. Parents and guardians can now concentrate on their daily chores with their children and wards secured at their various schools.
The state government has improved greatly on what we have in our schools last session. For instance, we now have civil defense officers in all as guards in all our schools, and this had never happened before.
They will be prepared at always, according to SCAT slogan, be prepared and be alert to what is going to happen in the environment by using different skills to detect all these unlawful acts in the community.
In creating healthy academic rivalry in the state continues their huge investment in the globally certified Spelling Bee competition, debates and quiz competitions. As an all-inclusive government, the education of children with special needs in Lagos State is being paid attention to, while older persons are becoming literate through her adult education.
Creation of more inclusive school, creation of more centers for them, availability of tools for them to be able to work and play with is essential.
To me, there is ability in disability. I think me being in Unilag and still in this foundation I'm bringing out the ability in me, and it will stand as a kind of encouragement for other people out there.
The essence really is to sensitize our people that they need to know how to read and write. That there's a program called Kick Illiteracy Out of Lagos. That is a Konkek, or Lagos is Learning.
We have so many adults that will take full benefits of this opportunity that the state has provided by this laudable program.
Whether you are a carpenter or a mechanic, once you are educated, you will know everything and you will know more. That is why it is important for government to do this kind of thing, and we are praising them for even doing it.
In the area of technical education, the state government is soaring high. That sector of the education is well continuously positioned to attract more students, while the state government has partnered with the private organizations in a bid to train existing technical students.
Days of white-collar job is gone. So this
It's an area that we need to concentrate. It's an area that we need to do more investment and more partnership with the private sector.
In just 2 years, under the inspiring leadership of Dr. Mrs. Idiat Olunroti Adebule, the education sector of Lagos State, with immense support of His Excellency the Governor of Lagos State, Mr. Akinwumi Ambode, has moved up many notches with innovation that can be compared to none in the country.
I'm convinced that the state has a lot to celebrate in this sector. This administration is raising the state to a higher level.
With such an impressive scorecard, attested to by key stakeholders in the education sector, both in the private as well as public sector, Lagosians can expect even greater accomplishments in the coming years of this administration.
I wish to conclude this address by appreciating the good people of Lagos State, especially stakeholders in the education sector, for their understanding and cooperation. Of equal importance are sponsors who are always there for us in all our programs.
It is therefore very apt to say to the Akinwumi Ambode administration that the best is yet to come. Ìtẹ̀síwájú ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó ló jẹ́ wá lógún.